Okay, everybody, we are back at Grimscar, and we're picking up exactly where we left off at the edge of Hex 4 here. I currently have 2 minor wounds, 5 survival points, and my hope is sitting at 2. My reserve die is still D4, combat die is D6, and the objective remains the same. So we gotta locate the tier 1 quest item, which is the food stash for the Alderman, and we're going to continue the core gameplay loop, and we need to draw your next, well, we don't need to draw the next hex, but we're gonna go up to hex number 5, so we're gonna label it 5, and then we're gonna roll the D100. We're gonna go up here. So 5 is right above 4. And then I'm going to roll a D100. Okay, that is a 36. I hope that we don't get hurt, because with 36, it is a charging creature. You make your way through the dense trees and hesitate as you hear crashing up ahead. A tree comes down not far from you, and a shock wave kicks up debris. Then the sound of stampeding can be heard. Coming towards you, a large beast bursts through the trees. Defend yourself against a mutated bull. Roll a d6. If you roll under your survival stat, you heard the danger, and +2 to your attack roll on the first round. If you survive, you move on, or if you have encountered this bull before, then it is, in fact, a crazed forest cow that appears instead, and its eyes grow wide with fear as it flees. The creature has trampled a fallen trunk that has exposed some moss. If you want to examine it, roll on the unusual moss table. Okay, well, this looks like this is going to be combat no matter what, so, or, I mean, it might be a thing where I have to run away. This happens, hey, that's fine. At the beginning of a game, it's very likely. So I'm gonna roll the d6. Okay, I rolled under. I rolled a 4. I believe that's good, because it says if you roll under your survival stat, you heard the danger, and then you can add a 2 to your attack roll on the first round. Okay. Okay, so that's why we want a high survival stat. I see. Okay. Oh my gosh, this bull has the combat die of a d10. Jesus. Reserve die d6. Its major wounds is 4. Minor wounds 8. That means it needs 8 minor hits, or 4 really big hits, and ooh, on a 1, 2, or 3, it barges and it deals an extra minor wound, and then a ooh. On the 7, oh, oof. On a 7 or a 9, it stampedes, adds 3 to the combat roll. Wow. Okay. Oh, okay. So. Okay, so I rolled a 4, so I get a +2, so I'm going to roll my combat die, and, you know, hope I get a 6. I can't believe I only have a 6 right now for my combat dice. I need to level up, you guys. That's so low, I'm realizing. So let's... Oh my god. Okay, here I go. I'm rolling for my, come on, 6. Yes! Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so I got 8. I rolled a 6 plus 2 is 8, and I'm going to roll for the enemy, and their combat die is a d10, so I'm hoping for a 1. Oh, okay, I rolled a 5. Okay, so it's 8 versus 5. Okay, so some good things are happening. I won this round by 3 points. Also, the bull's raw roll of 5 did not activate any of its trigger abilities. So, crucial moment here. The difference between my score of 8 and the bull's is 3, and it has a d6 reserve die. The rules state that if an enemy loses a round by a margin equal to or less than half, it will automatically roll its reserve die. So because I beat it by exactly 3, it's going to thrash back and use its backup energy, and we cannot apply damage yet until we see what the reserve die adds to this score of 5. So I'm hoping with this d6 I roll a 1. Let's go. Okay, 2. Okay, 8. Okay, I rolled a 2 for it, so it only goes up to 7. Okay, okay. Okay, so what that looks like is like my instincts are screaming. I hear the heavy thud of the stampede before the beast bursts through the trees. I dig my boots in, and the bull crashes past me. It's massive, and I can see its horns, missing my chest by a few inches. But the creature uses its own momentum, and it goes to like pivot, or I try to pivot and bring down my sword towards it, and we're gonna see. I tried to, bring down my sword, but it has huge size and unnatural vitality. This thing is terrifying. And so I still am higher than it. So, because my 8 is not double the bull's 7, so I only inflict 1 minor wound instead of any type of major wound for this bull here. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this combat sheet here. I only gave it 1 minor wound. I know that I could use like my psyche stat or some type of stat to kind of boost the roll. I don't want to do that. I'm going to accept the victory as is. We dealt damage. Basically, it has 7 more hits to go. I'm not always going to get that lucky. It has a lot more hits than I do. Right? So I have... Well, yeah, see, I only have 8. So this thing can get me. So, thrashes against my blade. And my footing holds, though, as... the bull doesn't even seem to register the pain. Like, it tears through the earth. And it's still... coming at me. I drew first blood, but this fight has only begun. So we are going to stand our ground. Let's just see how this goes. I'm going to roll a d6 for Elora, and then a d10 for the bull again. Let's go. Okay. This is, let's see, d6. I gotta get something better than that. Rolling. Oh my god. I rolled a 1. That's horrible. I mean, I only rolled a 2 for the enemy, but jeez. Oh my gosh, that's bad. That is bad, y'all. Okay, so because of that rule, and I know I rolled low, but because of that rule where if the winning attack roll is double or higher than the loser's attack roll, it inflicts a major wound instead of a minor wound. Because the bull's 2 is exactly double my 1, it's still technically double no matter how low it was. Accepting this hit means I would take a major wound. And they come with those crippling penalties, and I do not want those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll my reserve die. This is where it's coming in. And you can only use it once per combat, I believe. And the bull already burned it. It's reserve die, so it cannot do that. So I got to use my d4 now, you guys, because that's crazy. Okay, I rolled a 3. Yes. Okay, so I rolled that 3, saved myself from that devastating hit, and because my total of 4 now is a double the bull's roll of 2, I do now inflict a major wound on the beast instead of a minor wound. Yay! So there we go. It has a major wound now. And now it's 1 minor wound out of 8 and 1 major wound out of 4. So the bull already burned its backup energy in round 1, and it cannot counter. And so just like with the Musil Thrall before, dealing that major wound to an enemy requires me to roll to see what crippling effect it has on it. Okay, so I'm going to roll a d10 on the creature major wound table. I'm going to see. Okay, that's a 9. So chunk of flesh. You lop off a chunk of flesh from the foe and it visibly shrinks away as the bloody mess slops to the ground. The creature now has -1 to its attack rolls. Yes. I will take it. Okay, so -1. I took off some flesh. Say -1 to attack rolls. So write that down in the major wound now. It has 1, but it needs 3 more. So I'm not sure. I still, the thought is in my mind to run away, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. So that's a good advantage because its combat die is a d10, which is pretty big. So it has 1 minor wound now and 1 major, and all its attack rolls for the rest of this combat will be at -1. I think we've taken the upper hand, you know. So let's see how it goes. I have 2 minor wounds, and my reserve die is also spent. So let's go. We are heading into round 3. I'm rolling d6 for me. Let's go. Ooh, that's just a 2. And then I'm going to roll a d10. We're going to do d10 -1 for the enemy. Jeez. Oh, that's a 9 for the enemy. Oh my gosh. That's not good. Okay, so that is more than double of what I rolled. So 9 versus a 2, yeah. So I would take a major wound, but I think I can use one of my stats. Oh no, also I rolled a 9, so it stampedes. It adds 3 to the combat roll. Oh my god. Wow. Now it's at 11, because we minus the 1. We will suffer a major wound, for sure. And I've already spent my reserve die. So, I think I'm going to spend one of my stats here to save myself. Because it's a new combat encounter, all my stats, like including hatred, are refreshed, and they're available. So, I'm going to spend hatred, and then my score becomes 8. The bull still wins the round, but it won't be by double. So I'll just take 1 minor wound, and I'll take it. There we go. The bull's score is still, it's no longer double my 8, so I'll prevent that kind of crippling major wound. So I lopped off the flesh, streaming blood. It does not stop the monster. If anything, the agony kind of drives it into this blind, unstoppable frenzy. Lets out this bellow, and it drops its horns, and the earth trembles as it stampedes towards me. And I think it gets me. And there's like the massive, like its shoulder slams into my buckler. Oh wait, I have a buckler. I have not been applying. I believe the buckler should help me, right? I'm gonna roll on the hatred stat real quick, but I'm gonna double check that rule. Let's see what I get. 5. So for the you see hatred and rain in it, restoring control. Instead of gaining a hatred point, you lose 1. Oh, it restores control though? Okay, sure. So my hatred is now... Well, I'll take it. I'll take it. That's not too bad. Hatred now goes down to a 5. Okay, so, So according to the rules, the wooden buckler gives me a +1 to my armor save. So whenever I would take damage, I can make an armor save by rolling the combat die and adding modifiers. I've been forgetting to do that. Darn it. Okay, so we're not going to figure out the buckler anymore, but I'm going to, again, this is round 4, I believe. We're rolling a d6 for Elora. Come on, high numbers. 3. Jesus. A 3 for Elora. We're going to roll for the bull and hopefully not get a 7 or a 9. Hopefully 2. Oh, I got another 9. It stampedes. It adds 3 to the combat roll. Oh my god. It's another 11 versus my 3, or plus my buckler. Oh my god. This is crazy. We might have to run. So we have another critical situation. Like, so the bull wins this round, and because its 9 is way more than double my 3, that is a major wound. I could roll an armor save to try and reduce this to a minor wound. However, I have to be... My armor save has to be higher than the enemy's roll of 9. So yeah, it's mathematically impossible to block this specific attack. D4 reserve die is spent. I'd have to use another psych stat to avoid a major wound. Let's use one more psych stat. I'm gonna use 5 this time. Or no, I'm gonna use rage, because rage, I have 5 in rage. So rage would lift that to an 8. I still take 1 minor wound, but it will not be a major wound. So I now have two minor wounds because of that. Okay, I'm also going to roll on the rage table to see what the consequence is for using that stat. So it's a 6. You channel your rage and you follow through, howling as you hit the foe again and again, causing an extra minor wound. Also lose 2 pity. Okay, oh, my pity goes down to 3. Hey, that's fine. Cause an extra minor wound? Nice. So we're both taking wounds. We're just hacking at each other. Okay, so now I am at 4 out of 10 minor wounds. This is a great roll. I lost the round, but you know, we're wild here. We're howling as we're following through. Got the extra minor wound on the beast. Now the beast is at 2 out of 8. As we use like our darker emotions to help us out. And we tapped into the rage for this combat as the bull like slams into our shield, and that force of the impact throws us backward into the dirt, and arm slams into the ground. It kind of throbs violently. The wind is knocked out of our lungs, but there is blinding red fury in our mind that helps numb the pain, and so we jump up from the ground, howl at the sky, and we throw all caution to the wind as the bull tramples past you, and I lunge after it, and I bring my sword in this wild, brutal chop into the creature's hind leg as it bellows. And we are going to attack. This is round 5. I gotta roll high. Come on. 6. 3. Oh no. Okay, and the bull does. Let's go. 2. I'll take it. I think that's a minor wound. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. Because I do have the option, I can accept this minor wound, but I can use another stat, like Butcher or Patience, to add to this attack roll. I'm gonna use Butcher, and I'm gonna add 5 to my 3, and it's gonna give me an 8. And 8 is well over double the bull's 2, so we can instantly upgrade this hit to a devastating major wound. That's what we're gonna do. But I gotta roll on the Butcher table. Yep, let's see what happens. I'm gonna roll that d6. That's a 3. So you swing into the enemy, seeing 1 point, determined to butcher it. There is such intensity that when you withdraw, you are disorientated, -2 to your next attack roll. Oh no. Okay. I mean, I've been rolling low, so unless I get like I'm hoping I get a 6, but I've been rolling like 3s and under. Okay, but I know that I'm going to roll -2, which is pretty brutal, but let's roll. I'm going to roll a d10. I'm going to see what the major wound is for the enemy. So I rolled an 8. 8 is bludgeoning impact. You strike the beast in the body, and there is a grim, gurgling noise as it vomits blood and staggers backwards. It cannot use its reserve die in this combat and gains an extra minor wound. That's alright. I mean, it already... Okay, it now has 3 minor, 2 major, and it can't use the reserve die. I mean, it was already not using its reserve die, so that, it's alright. So, I know that this bull is like halfway to death because it needs 2 more major wounds and then it's gone. But it needs 5 more minor. So, I used Butcher in this fight. It's now spent and locked for the remainder. I have spent Hatred, Rage, and Butcher so far, but I'm so disoriented that -2 next time. Meanwhile, the bull has -1. So like, vision narrows down, single pulsing point as the beast's massive torso. Oh, but I have this need to slaughter the thing, and so we grip the hilt of the sword, step directly into its stumbling path, and we swing with terrifying intensity. Wow. And it halts the beast, but it is still not dead. And as I wrench the blade free, that strike leaves me completely winded, so I pull back, and the forest starts to spin. I'm blinking hard. I'm fighting out this sudden wave of dizzying disorientation. And so, we're gonna push through this and roll for round 6. So, here we go. Because, I mean, I would have ran or tried to, but surprisingly, we've made it pretty far and have got some opportunities to make some tactical choices. So, let's roll. Come on, 6. Yes! I got a 4. I'm happy for that 4. And then for the enemy, let's go. Let's roll a 1. Oh, 7. Damn. At least I think it's just minor wound. Just a minor wound. And I'm not going to use one of my stats because it's not going to go... I'm not going to do like 14, I don't think. So I think it's just going to be a thing of... I'm going to take a minor wound, but I think maybe my buckler can help, actually. So let's see. Oh no, I rolled a 7. I just see that it triggers its ability, Barge. Okay, so now I'm going to roll a d6, and I'm hoping I roll a 4 or over, because if I roll a 1, 2, 3, it deals extra minor wound. Come on, dice, if you ever loved me. Come on, 4. Yes! I rolled a 5. I rolled a 5. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Yes! Okay, so like I said, we avoid the major wound, so we only take 1 minor wound instead. So we are now at 5 minor wounds, but we can use the buckler. Has to be higher than the enemy's winning score, and since it rolled a 7, I think my buckler maxes out at a 7? Oh, I guess we can't block this hit, because it's 1d6 plus 1. Okay, so we take 1 more minor wound. We are now at 5. I think if we get to like 7, then we'll start thinking about running. But let's roll for the next round as we fight through the dizzying exhaustion, and the horn catches our side of the bull. Like the horn catches our near our ribs, but we are fine. We're still up. And let's roll that d6. No longer at a disadvantage. Come on. Okay, 3 for me. 1d10 minus 1 for the enemy. Let's go. Come on, 1. 4. Okay, that's still a minor wound, I believe. Okay, so it is 3 versus 4. I would take a minor wound, so I think my wooden buckler can finally come into play because the bull's winning score is so low. we can now attempt an armor save to block this minor wound. So I need to roll a d6 and I'm gonna add a +1. So if it's higher than 4, then we deflect the damage entirely. But if I roll a 1, the buckler splinters and it's broken for the rest of the fight, which sucks. But you know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use one of my stats because I rolled a 3. It is double the enemy, so that would be 8. One of my stats, I got patience, is a 5, so that's what I'm going to do. It gives me an 8, and it would instantly turn this into a victory, and it would give another major wound against the beast. And that's what I'm going to do, because I'm trying to take this thing out. Okay, let's roll a d10. Let's see what the major wound, what we give it. Is a 6. Puncture. Your strike is so hard it punctures through the protective layers and sinks deep into the creature's muscle. Blood spurts from the hole as you retrieve your weapon. The foe downsizes 1 combat die and reserve die. Oh my god. Yes. That's good. Okay, so now its combat die is a d8. I'll take it. Okay, so there are no using the good emotions in the Dark Weald drains them from you. So I tapped into patience. The stat permanently decreases by 1. So patience is now a 4. There's no consequence table. They just go down by 1. So now it's at a 4. It's now locked. Can't be used again in this specific combat. So we don't panic as this gasping beast, it wheels around, right? We lower our buckler and just wait as it's like screaming towards us. But it now has this great puncture wound. Oh wait, sorry. There might be a patient. Is there a patient stat, or does it also? Maybe it's both. There might be a patient stat table. I'm gonna double check. Oh, there is a patient stat table. Okay. So let me roll a d6 and see what we get. There's a consequence table. I got a 3 for using patience. So you step away, waiting for the opening. The creature stumbles in, and although you cannot reach it again, you add +1 to your next attack roll. Nice. Listen, I'll take what I can get. I only got a d6. So I can add a +1 to my next attack roll. This is great. That is a great result. So let's roll the d6, and I can add a +1. Yay! Come on, 6. 4. Okay, I got a 5. And then for the enemy, we're going to roll that d8 -1. Come on, 1. 4. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my pity stat, and I'm going to add that to my roll of 5. So I go double that the enemy rolled. So I automatically give it another major wound. I'm not going to roll in the major wound consequence table because this is the final hit, and combat is finally officially over. Oh my god, as this beast kind of stumbles in the freezing fog, its heavy hooves starts to slip on the dirt, and it lets out a weak, ragged bellow, and then suddenly there is like a heavy wave of pity that washes over me. As we realize this creature wasn't born a monster, it's just a victim of this forest. And as it continues to whine, we don't let it suffer any longer. We do one last chop as it dips its heavy head, and we slide the blade kind of cleanly in the base of the skull and let it die cleanly. Okay, so we are going to add the 2 horns. We got 2 horns now in our inventory. So maybe this means, you know, we can sell them, get some copper, and then I only got 2 copper. We're broke. I want to get a better... I only have a blunted sword. I want to get something way better. I think that's the main reason why I stayed in this combat, because I was like, I want something better. I need a bigger combat die because that is crazy. D6. But we made it. We made it. Not too deadly, just the right amount of tension in there. Really like that. Whew. Okay, come on. No more fights. No more fights. Okay, that was hex number 5. Let's get to 6. We're gonna go down here. We're going right here. Let's see. That is where we are going. 5, 6. Now. Okay, so the original text said that for this encounter, I forgot, it mentioned that the bull trampled a fallen trunk, so it exposed some strange moss. So we can choose to search it. We're going to roll on the unusual moss table. I mean, why not? Yeah. Let's see what we find. I love rolling on tables, finding stuff. Okay, I'm going to roll a d10. We're going to see what we get. So 4. So Reaper's Guild. You know you can ground this dry blue moss down and make a soothing paste to rub your hands and shins. If you do, lose 2 wear. I will not, but, you know, can I keep it and try to sell it later? Okay, so according to the rules, I can take moss and store it in my backpack. And we'll try to sell it later. So, I'm gonna roll. All our stats are refreshed, the beast is dead, and we are ready to move on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these go back up to 5. I love that they refresh. Okay, so we are at hex number 6 now, and we're gonna roll that D100, see what we find. 4. Oh, a tied up man. There is a man tied to one of the trees here. The air is thick and you smell glue. You approach and see he is still alive, but unconscious. He is dressed in merchant clothing and his hands are bound in a sticky black glue that you realize has dripped down along the tree bark. So we're going to roll a d6. On a 1 to a 2, his body begins to writhe and black blood showers you. Well, let's just roll a d6. Let's just see let's see what happens here. That's exactly it. I rolled a 2. I gain 2 wear, but the form rips from the tree as a Cin Fanatic as its head erupts into dark flames. Defend yourself! Oh my god. I think I might run, because we just got out of combat, and I'm, like, tired. So, let's see. Okay, so let's see if we can run away. So we just, you know, survive that. But let's look at the stats for this fanatic. If it's easy, then we might stay and try it out. Combat die is a d6. The reserve die is a d4. I mean, this one's relatively easy. You know, it just takes 2 major wounds to take it out. And thank God it's not like an enhanced version of this fanatic. Let's see how hard running away is. Fleeing does come with a cost because you turn your back on the enemy, you lose 1 hope, and then gain 2 wear. Additionally, the Tied Up Man event itself stated that when the black blood showered me, we gained 2 wear, so then we would already have 4 wear and lose 1 hope for this encounter. And then it would become marked as a layer hex on our map key, and then that fanatic would remain there permanently. Oh, let's just fight it. I don't want more wear, and I don't want to become a layer hex. Let's just get this guy. Okay, so this man's head violently snaps back, and unnatural flames erupt from his skull, and he rips himself free from the bark, and goes to attack. So its combat die is the same as mine. So my buckler is going to come in handy, I believe. So let's roll for me. Let's go. 5. Okay. And then this one's for the enemy. 1. Oh my gosh. First hit. Major wound. Yes. So I don't know if it's to be a major wound. I'm going to roll its reserve die first. And that's a D4. I'm hoping that I roll a 1. That's what I hope. Come on. Oh, snap, son. I rolled a 4. Oh my god. So now it's 5 and 5. Ooh. That might just be like we just come at each other equally. So. Wow. Oh wait, and then I rolled a 5, and then that would trigger its ability, right? Burning Touch. Roll a D6. Ooh. Wait a minute. Yeah, maybe I spoke too soon. Oh wait, I calculated it wrong. Half of its maximum is 2, and it rolled a 1. And my score of 5 beat its score of 1 by a difference of 4. So that gap was too wide, and it was too slow. Okay, it does not get to add that 4. Yes. So it does not use, okay, it doesn't use the reserve die. Okay, fine. Instantly, major wound. Okay, it takes one. Nice. Perfect. And I'm not gonna roll the Burning Touch because I didn't actually need to roll. So I'm gonna roll a D10 on the creature major wound table. Let's go. Oh, I love the creature major wound table. I'm gonna roll a D10, see what it gets. I just need one more hit. This will be quick. Get out of here. 8. It's a bludgeoning impact. Nice. Strike the beast in the body. Grim, gurgling noise as it vomits blood, staggers back. It cannot use its reserve die in this combat, and it gains an extra minor wound. Oh, you'll love to see it. It can't use its reserve die. Yes. Okay, so let's roll into the next round. Let's go for me. Hi, come on, let's go. 6! Uh-oh, that's a 2. Okay, so this is the enemy. 3. Okay. Now, I'm going to use my buckler. I can only use it once per round. I'm going to roll a d6 plus 1 to try and dodge that. 3. I think it needs to be higher. Okay, so I don't think the buckler needs to be higher. So I will take another minor wound. So I am currently at 5. But we're just gonna go to the next round and see how it goes. This is for Elora, let's go. Oh my. Oh no! That's a 1. Okay, this one's for the enemy. Come on, another one. Ooh. Oh no, this guy's gonna give me a major wound. No! I rolled a 4, but can I use one of my... I can use maybe Rage or Hatred and make my 1 a 6. And it's not... It'll only give me another minor wound. It's not gonna do much. I was hoping. I wish there was a reroll mechanic. Okay, and because I'm going to use Rage, I do have to roll a d6 on that table to see what happens. So roll a 5. You pause, trying to control the burning rage deep within, but that hesitation costs you. -1 to your next attack roll and lose 2 pity. Ooh. Pity goes down to 2, because it was at 4. And my next attack roll is at -1. And now I believe I have 6 minor wounds. 6 out of 10. I'm getting close. I'm getting up there. Getting close to the death line, which is 10. Oh wait, so... the enemy rolled a 5. I rolled a 1, so I was going to use Rage. My Rage was actually 6 instead of 5. So, okay, so now it has... Okay, I gave it a minor wound, actually. Okay, so I guess I take... No... Okay, I guess I won that round. Okay, cool. Okay, so my minor wound stays at 5. Thank God. Still halfway there. Gotta calm down. Okay. Takes minor wound. It's now at 2 minor wounds and 1 major. I gotta get another major. That first one was just a coincidence, I guess. It was just luck. My Rage is now at a 7. And like the more I use it, the more anger I get, but now my pity is at 2. My next roll is at a -1, so I'm gonna do that. D6 minus 1. Let's go 6. Okay, I rolled a 4. I'm rolling for the enemy. Come on. 1. Okay, I rolled a 2. Okay, nice. I think that's double, and it can't use its reserve die. Okay, so combat is over. Our stats, everything is now unlocked and refreshed. And that is it. I'm gonna roll on the body search table. Let's see what we can like find off this thing. So that is a D12. Okay, I rolled a 10. So you find a wooden slap bracers arm. So for my arm, so that's 1 + 1 to armor saves. They are worth 35 copper. Oh, snap. That sounds like that could be really fun. I'm going to save it for right now, and then when I get back to town, I'm not sure if I should sell it or not, but I'm gonna write it down. That was wooden slap bracers. Hey, 35 copper is not bad. We're gonna add them in. They take up the arm slot. I think I might sell it though. That's a good amount. Okay, and with that, we are going to end this second play session. We gotta find the food at least. Haven't found it. I'm gonna double check to see, like, Am I doing everything right? Because I'm rolling on the forest table. I want to double check to see if I'm misunderstanding, like where I could find this quest item. So that is where we're going to end it for today. If you watched, if you listened, thank you. And I will catch you in the next one.